Dear learners, welcome in this lecture. Now, as in first two parts, we have seen the quality control test for containers like a glass and plastic containers. In this video, we will see the quality control test for closures as well as the secondary packaging materials. In secondary packaging material, we can say that there will be a cartoons, boxes will be there. Okay, so we will see it for closures as well as the secondary packaging material. So first of all, we will see the quality control test for closures. So there will be four particular tests is there for closures. First is the residue on evaporation. Second is the pH of aqueous extract. Third is the fragmentation test and self-sealability test for rubber closures. Now we will see the test turn by turn. So first of all, to perform the test, we have to prepare the sample. So this is how we can prepare the sample. It is a preparation of sample. So to prepare the sample, we have to wash the closures in a 0.2% weight by volume of anionic surface active agents for 5 minutes. After that, we have to rinse 5 times the closure with a distilled water and we have to add 200 ml of water. Now subject it to autoclave. Then we have to autoclave it for 20 to 30 minutes at this particular temperature, covering with the aluminium foil. It's very important. Then we have to cool and the solution is prepared from closures. Okay. So after cooling, we have to prepare the solution and this solution is known as solution A. Now we have to perform the test after taking that particular solution A. So the first test is residue on evaporation. For that we have to take 50 ml of solution A and we have to evaporate. Obviously residue on evaporation means we have to evaporate that particular solution to dryness on a water bath and we have to dry it at 105 degrees centigrade. So what will be our end point? The residue weighs not more than 4 milligram. After that we have to weigh our residue and it should be less than 4 milligram. Then we can say that this test is passed for closures. Now the next test is pH of aqueous extract. For that also we have to use solution A and for this test we have to take a 20 ml of solution A. In that we have to add 0.1 ml of bromothymol blue solution and we have to take not more than 0.3 ml of 0.01 molar sodium hydroxide or we can take 0.8 ml of 0.01 molar HCl. To color change of the solution to blue or yellow respectively. Means when we are taking the solution A, we have to add the bromothymol blue solution. After that, either we have to add this 0.1, 0.01 molar NaOH, it should give a blue color, or we have to add 0.01 molar HCl, it should give a yellow color. If we are getting this color, means this test is passed. Our pH is correct. Now the next is a fragmentation test. So to perform the test, what we have to do, we have to place a volume of water corresponding to nominal volume minus 4 ml in each of 12 clean vials. This test is performed for the closures of this vials. Now close the vial with a closure and secure caps for 16 hours. After that, purse the closure with a 21 SWG hypodermic needle. We have to use the needle, okay, and inject 1 ml of water and remove 1 ml of air. Repeat the above operation. We have to repeat this operation for 4 times for each closure. After that, we have to count the number of fragments visible to the naked eye. Total number of fragments should not be more than 10. Except butyl rubber, where the fragment should not exceed 15. Means for butyl rubber, this is the limit for fragments, and for any other rubber closure, this is the limit. It should be not more than 10. If we are getting the resulting limit, we can say that our closures are passing the fragmentation test. Then next is a self-sealability test. It is given according to British Pharmacopoeia. So to perform self-sealability test, we have to fill 10 vials with water to nominal volume and close the vial with closure. After that, we have to pass the gas 10 times at a different sites with this hypodermic needle. Now immerse the vials in a 0.1% weight by volume solution of methylene blue under reduced external pressure of 21 kilopascal for 10 minutes. Restore the normal pressure, means after giving this pressure, what we have to do? We have to again restore the pressure and keep the container immersed for 30 minutes. After that, we have to wash the vials, and none of the vials should contain trace of color solution. This will be our end point. None of the vials should contain test of color solution, and test is applicable to multi-dose container only. This test we don't perform on a single dose container. We will perform it on a multi-dose container only. So this is, now we will see the test for secondary packaging materials, like we can say the cartoons. Okay, so here the two tests are mainly used. See, package integrity test is also there, but generally nowadays it is not used. Generally two tests are used for this, for secondary packaging material. The first is a compression and second is a vacuum test. Now we will see this test in detail. So to perform compression test, see, this test is used to assess the strength of erected package, thereby estimating the degree of portion that is confers on the contents. And this test is useful for product with no inherent strength in one plane or another. And the main test for secondary packaging material to perform is a vacuum test. Now to perform vacuum test, what we have to do? We have to immerse the test package in a container containing colored water. Okay, at a 15 to 25 degrees centigrade, and place the container in a vacuum chamber. We have to place the container in a vacuum chamber with the water. Apply the appropriate vacuum of 33 kilopascal for strip packages or 24 for blister packages. Okay, this is the limit of pressure for different packaging material for 30 seconds. Now restore the atmospheric pressure and remove the container from vacuum chamber. So after removal, what we have to see? Remove the test package from container and blot off the exit water, and examine the package for ingress of water into the pockets. This test we have to perform. So we have to see the damage of our container. Okay, so after that we can decide our test is pass or fail. This is all about the test for closure as well as the secondary packaging material. Thank you, dear learners, for watching the video. Keep learning. In the next lecture, we will see the good laboratory practices.